Hey everyone, welcome back to the Scribbled Path. This is episode 5. It's titled Do Your Homework. I just kind of wanted to go over where I am now as far as getting quotes and trusting so many contractors to have my best interest at heart. Newsflash, they don't. They don't. I'm kind of finding that out the hard way. I'm putting my faith in all of these contractors, and I feel like some of them are just literally taking advantage of me. So I kind of wanted to go over that. It's not about blame, it's about awareness, being aware of the people coming into your building, giving you the quotes, asking questions, and confirming pricing and going over that pricing with them to verify. So I think when you're building something from the ground up, especially something that involves permits, inspections, timelines, safety requirements, you're working with a lot of professionals. Everyone has a role, everyone has expertise, and everyone has their price. And it's easy to assume that if someone is part of the process, then everything's going to be taken care of. And everyone has your best interests at heart, and they don't. It's not the case. And I've actually found out the hard way, like I've said. So what I've learned, you can't assume, you have to ask, and you have to shop around. That's hard for me, I think, because I'm like, oh, this person took their time and came to my building and gave me a quote, and this is the price. I'm probably going to pay this anywhere I go. It's not true. So that really hit me hard the first time it happened. Even when people are kind and they're experienced, and even when they say, like, we'll take care of all of this. Yeah, of course you are, because you're giving me a price that is absolutely ridiculous. So I think there's I called it the quote reality check. So I got a quote from, I'll go through the two scenarios. One of them was a painter. So I got about 3 or 4 painters to come out to the building. The first one that came out gave me a price around $15,000 to do the whole building. And I was like, oh, wow, geez, that's kind of a lot, but okay, maybe that's the price. So the next guy that came out, he gave me a quote around $9,500. So I was like, this is kind of like a big, it's not hundreds of dollars, it's a big difference. So let's get a few more people in here. I got a gentleman to come out from a local construction company, really nice guy, $4,200 to do the whole building. Yeah, let's sign it right now. Literally secured him on the spot. And I just couldn't believe the prices were anywhere from $14,000 all the way down to $4,200. What am I missing? So what I've learned from that is anyone will do the job. Whoever you call, they'll give you a price. And I call it it's their, I don't want to do it price. But if you're going to pay me an exorbitant amount of money, then yeah, I'll do it. So it's kind of they're just trying to see how far they can push and how much money they can get. So I call that I really don't want to do it price, but if you're going to pay me a stupid amount of money, sure, I'm in. So that was the first run-in with that. And it was really disheartening just because I feel like everybody's out for themselves sometimes in these businesses, and working with somewhat of a limited budget, so I'm trying to conserve as much as I can for any unexpected costs that, definitely will come up. So the second one was a company to come out and do fire plans. The town is requiring me to have a smoke and CO plan. So one company came out, I'm not going to give any names because it's just not fair that way, but came out and gave me a price of $15,000. And I was like, holy cow, that's the budget buster right there. I don't, where am I going to come up with that? So, I talked to a couple friends and they're like, that's really high. Call this guy, talk to this guy. So my best friend from high school, her husband is kind of in the field, and he was the one who referred me to another gentleman, and he couldn't believe the quote. He said it was unbelievable. So they came in at $7,900 for everything I needed, plus adding all my security stuff in, everything I'll need, fobs, burglar alarm, everything I need for safety, for the same price of just doing the firebox. It's crazy. So, my contractor was a little upset with me. He said, I already told the guys we didn't have a choice, so we're going to go with them. I was like, no, we're not. And he's like, well, like, I haven't signed anything, but, like, we kind of said we would go with them. I'm like, well, I don't care. So you can tell them that if they're going to give me a reasonable price and not try to screw me, then I'll go with them. But if you can't beat this, then we're out. So there was a little bit of some tension with that, but at the same time, I'm not getting run over with a price. It was absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting it done for half the price. Half. It's not even like $100, $200. I wouldn't care about that. 200, like $8,000 price difference. It's crazy. I could use that money somewhere else. So I guess the advice I'm saying is, like, they always say get like 3 quotes. And I'm actually going back. I have my flooring quote. I've had 2 quotes. I'm actually going to go get another one just to make sure that I'm in the ballpark where I need to be. So this experience has taught me to kind of backtrack a little bit with some of my vendors and making sure that they're not, kind of taking advantage of me, which is really sad and unfortunate, but I guess that's what it's come down to. So I think what's really important is, like, what is required versus what is recommended. You really need to know what that is. And asking for timelines, like, you need to have timelines. You have to line everybody up. You have to have certain things done before other things. And what I've learned so much is just never feel like you're asking a stupid question, because you'll regret not asking the questions. So I find myself asking a lot of questions, clarifying through email so they respond back in writing, which is really important. And I've learned that asking questions doesn't make you difficult, although people may think you're being difficult, but it's informing me of what I need to do. This process has taught me so much. I like can't even begin to tell you. And if I can help one person with this video or any of the videos that I've posted, that would make my day. But I still believe in everything I'm doing. I still believe deeply in what I'm building. I still know it's going to be worth it. I mean, but there's so many lessons to be learned. I've learned so much. This one just happened to come with a pretty hefty price tag, but it is what it is. But again, if this helps just one person slow down, ask one more clarifying question, get one more quote, then it did its job. So, but thank you for walking this path with me. It is a windy path full of potholes, but we'll get there. We're almost there. We're almost at the point where we can start knocking down some walls. I just secured the last vendor today. So hopefully the plan will get in place, the permit will be signed off on, and then we can get going, because I'm ready. So I appreciate you guys following along. And if anybody needs any help opening a center, needs some advice on what steps they need to take, sometimes you just don't know where to start. Reach out. Go to the website, get the phone number off the website, email me. I'm more than happy to help anyone. I've gotten a lot of help from some friends in the business that have been instrumental in helping me make little tweaks that are saving me a lot of money. So, and I appreciate those people so very much. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. I'm off to coach varsity boys soccer. Save my soul. They're a great bunch of boys, though. Hopefully we'll pull a win off tonight. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.